Time has expired. Chair recognizes Professor Turley for your 5 minutes. Microphone, please.
Thank you, Chairman Briggs, Ranking Member McBeth, Chairman Jordan, Ranking Member Raskin, for the pleasure of and honor of speaking to you today about criminalization of federal law. It was exactly 27 years ago, on May 7th, 1998, that I appeared in this room to testify on over-criminalization of federal law. And I note this for two reasons. One is my birthday was just yesterday, and I didn't think I could feel any older then, so I thank you for making me feel very, very old. The second is it's something of a marking point, a navigational beacon on how little success we have had over 27 years. We are facing the same crisis of over-criminalization. There are an estimated over 5,000 federal crimes and hundreds of thousands of regulatory crimes. This would have been unimaginable for the framers. After all, in the Constitution, there was only 3 crimes mentioned: treason, piracy, and counterfeiting. When Congress got to the point of actually creating a criminal code, they came up with 23. They seemed to think that was sufficient. It would be truly otherworldly for them to know what happened to the federal criminal code, particularly because they believed that police powers largely rested with the states. The danger is that it erases the line between criminal and civil conduct. And that danger is that criminal law not just is meant to create a stigma, because it's supposed to reflect an intent of harmful or even evil intent, but it also creates all types of costs for our legal system. And the framers talked about that. Madison talked about it in Federalist 62. And what they said is that you can't make criminal laws where citizens just have to guess what is criminal. It has to be the brightest of bright line rules. And instead, we have become a nation of mattress tag felons, where everything that you do can also be treated as a felony. And while we say ignorance is no excuse, the problem is that Congress has created a system where you have to be ignorant of the crimes because nobody, including Congress, knows what the crimes are. So it's hardly surprising that the citizens do not. 1 out of every 47 adults are now reportedly under some form of correctional supervision. That is also a cost. The proliferation of crimes is moving a huge percentage of citizens into the criminal justice system. It also allows prosecutors to overcharge, also to coerce plea bargains. And citizens are faced with near bankruptcy, if not direct bankruptcy, in fighting a criminal case. The Supreme Court has tried its best to try to reinforce the narrow meaning of crimes. But as Oliver Wendell Holmes said, if my fellow citizens want to go to hell, I will help them. It's my job. And the point is, as was raised in a couple of cases by the justices, Congress is allowed to do stupid things. And Congress isn't sending anyone to hell. It's created hell for the entire citizenship of this country because no one knows what is a crime anymore. And anyone can be charged as a felon. And that's wrong. Now, this is a problem of Congress's making, and Congress will have to solve it. I've suggested some ideas in my testimony, including, as was stated earlier, an effort to get agencies, preferably through an executive order, to either name all of the crimes under their jurisdiction or explain why they cannot do so. I've also encouraged the creation of a committee with a counterpart in the executive branch that can act more swiftly to reduce these. I actually believe there's one reason to be optimistic here. With the advantage of AI, and my colleague has used it brilliantly with his algorithm, it may be possible today, when it was not possible 27 years ago when I spoke to this committee last on this subject, it may be possible for us to actually do something about this, using AI and properly written algorithms to identify the number of crimes and to do something about them. I hope that we're all up to that task, because this is perhaps the darkest legacy of the United States Congress. It has failed the American people. It has used criminalization as a way of putting an exclamation point on their issues. That has to end. And I hope some of my suggestions may help. And I have the honor, again, of speaking with you today, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Professor Turley. We're thrilled that you would spend the birthday eve with us, as you did so many years ago.